Well, hey everybody, it's Chuck. Welcome back. Yesterday's first impressions drive on FSD Supervised 12.5.4 went really good. Check that out if you're interested. It was a long video, and I did an actually smart summon test in a Publix parking lot, and I thought I got a lot of positive feedback on how that looked and the way I did it, so check that out if you're interested. But today, here on 12.5.4, we are doing unprotected left-hand turns. It is 8:15 a.m., so we're towards the tail end of rush hour. I'll try to knock a few of these out and let you guys know how they go. So here is round one on unprotected left turns. The two turns I had yesterday were fairly low to medium traffic. The one thing I did notice is there is no question mark maneuver like there is on the Cybertruck testers I've been seeing. So, all right, here's a good one. Now we got okay, this is great. We're gonna have a little gap here. Is it gonna go for this little gap and try to fit in the median? If it goes, it has to commit hard. Go, commit hard. It can go all the way and roll it. Perfectly fine. If we had not been able to roll that through because we didn't do a question mark, I wonder if my tail would have been sticking out and that van that was approaching would have had to go around me. That's what I don't like about not having a question mark maneuver, because I still feel sometimes it can't see both directions completely, and if it encounters oncoming traffic on the opposing side, it will stop, and I just don't want it to stop with its tail hanging out in the car. It didn't do it that time because it worked, so you got to give Tesla AI credit. That's right, but I prefer the question mark maneuver because it gives you an additional bailout scenario. Okay, let's go try another one. Okay, round two. I set this one up behind a lead car, and he very quickly was able to pull out to the right. So there's our NHTSA stop, and let's see if this traffic, okay, he's turning right in here in the lane. Very small gap. Is it going to go for it? It should not. Okay, that was good. It could have made that, and I don't doubt it could have made that, but what I was worried about was its decision-making after a car turning. There's its gap. Is it going to be able to go all the way? We have a car in the far lane. It did not worry about the far lane, and it proceeded just like it should have. So that is a good example. It's not waiting on it all clear from both directions in all lanes. It took the closest available lane and used it and rolled it straight through. What was really good about that one is that even though there was a gap after that truck came into my turn, it did not make a decision with its memory of if it was clear behind it. It waited to see, and after it chose to go, or chose to stay, it waited on the next available gap. So that was a really good decision on timing, especially with the availability and memory with cars blocking and obscuring things. So good job, Tesla. Let's try another one. All right, here's round three. Two good ones so far with fairly easy scenarios. So I'm not going to brag necessarily that it solved any really hard ones yet, but let's see how this one goes. And very light traffic from the left, so we're going to have another gimme here. Interesting, this is one where it's got a much larger gap after this car, but it chose to go in front of the car rather than wait another few seconds, and there it paused for that car, but it jumped into the left lane before the opposing one came. So that one all worked out. That was the scenario that as a human, sometimes I'm like, if you'd have just waited 3 more seconds, you had no traffic to deal with. But instead, you chose to take the first opportunity that could have created a conflict if you didn't get in the median correctly. So where my eyes were looking beyond that last car, it said, I can make it, let's go. I don't know what the right decision is there. I'm just saying that's how I think about this as a human driver. Sometimes, you have a good opportunity and then you have a better opportunity. I seem to choose the better one. The Tesla is still just taking the good opportunity. Let's try another one. Okay, here we go, round four. Good NHTSA stop there. And let's see, we got the light stopping to the right, so traffic is starting to slow down. We definitely got a little bit to wait for here, and they're kind of slowing, decelerating rather than accelerating, which is an interesting situation. I'm looking to my right, and I've got a lot of brake lights. Okay, there's a nice gap here. I would go for this, but I do a question mark maneuver. It's not going to do it, but now it's got to wait. It's got to wait, and it's not in the median, and that car behind me is having to go around me. So that is what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm sticking out. There's my rear camera. And what I need to do is inch up. These cars are very close. I'm feeling the suction from them. Okay, it scooted up a little bit there. So it almost knew that it had to scoot up. It felt it almost. Those cars, you know, when they whip by really fast, you can feel the suction of them pull you. That's what it felt like. That's why the question mark maneuver is better to fit into a median at an angle rather than straight across there, and it decided to wait. So while it completed that maneuver safely, I don't know that it was as safe as it could have been because of the rear end of the car sticking out just a little bit. You know, a distracted driver, somebody that doesn't see you, you know, they're going to tag you. And then, you know, of course it would be their fault if they hit you, but nobody wants that to happen. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm really curious. I know that's probably debatable. But anyway, yeah, let's try another one. All right, here we go again. Nice, Nitsa, stop. Creep. The creeping behavior seems fairly confident. It kind of jumps out to where it needs to go. All right, we got a great opportunity for a small gap, and I can tell you it's going to go for it. I just can feel it. Yep. It was a good gap, and now it can roll it. So another great decision. And obviously, I don't think, I'm kind of wanting some smaller gaps just to make sure it's not going to go for these small ones. That was a medium gap, and it fit just fine because it committed with the right amount of acceleration to go for it. It didn't hesitate. It just went for it. It's going straight for the median at a straight angle. It's not really coming to the right much at all. If I'm in perceiving it, it'll be great to see it from the overhead shot. I really want to get some more of these dense traffic scenarios this morning just to kind of watch its decision making. Let's try another one. All right, here we go again. Lead car turning off to the right. We're stopping in the blind. The Nitsa stop and an aggressive creep up to the line. All right, we got another really... Okay, this is going to be a gimme from the left. It needs to wait. It needs to wait. Where's it going to wait this time? It's waiting with its butt sticking out. Ah, gosh, that's uncomfortable. Yeah, that was uncomfortable for me. I was waiting for the right. My butt was sticking out. Those cars can go around me if they see me, but it's just uncomfortable because it's not where I would do it myself. So I'm talking out loud so you can understand what I'm comfortable with and how I would do it. I almost tapped the accelerator, and I may even have tapped it. I don't know. You can look at the torque just to see if there was any torque applied, but it was a quick dynamic situation, and I wish it had been at an angle better. Let's try another one. All right, another one. Nitsa stop. Give me a creep. Yeah, I think traffic's dying down. This is going to be another gimme. It's got to roll this one quickly and use it. Another 3 seconds, and it would have had to wait in the median for traffic that was just coming from the light from behind. It's getting difficult for me to time the, like, look at all this oncoming traffic now. So it's obviously a timing game to interact with traffic versus just perform the maneuver. Without a doubt, the car can do the maneuver not interacting with traffic. It knows how to do it. Interacting with traffic, it's doing an amazing job when the gaps work out perfectly. My only complaint on this drive is its location and positioning in the median. Every single one has succeeded, so I can't say that it's not. I just kind of wish it would give me a little bit more of an angle. And I know, you know, I'm so excited for Cybertruck to get the software. The Cybertruck cannot do this turn this way. Half the truck would be sticking into the lane. And you might even argue for the Cybertruck, it might need to wait for traffic to be clear both directions, or even avoid it as an option if you wanted to constrain the operational domain a little bit by navigating around it. All right, everybody, I think that's all I'm going to do today. The battery's getting a little bit hot. I'm getting some beeping. In any case, unprotected left-hand turns in 12.5.4. I didn't have any interventions. I might have tapped the accelerator once, but I did not disengage. It did a good job on decision making. It did a good job on commits. It did a good job on timing and creeping. The only complaint I'm going to have today is that the question mark maneuver, kind of going out to the right and back to the left to better fit in the median while you wait on traffic coming from the right, did not feel like it was large enough, and a couple times I felt like my rear end was sticking out. You guys may comment and say you weren't sticking out enough to worry about, and that may be your opinion, and I can't wait to see it in film either. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Leave comments below, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great day, everybody.